Okay, this is GamerBlave, and we're back with Shadowrun Dragonfall. And if you missed the last episode, then we stormed the Humanis compound here, and we took out the Humanis leader, that Stahl guy, and unfortunately we took out Alexander's nephew, not Alexander's nephew, Dietrich's nephew, Alexander, and I don't think he's going to be too happy with me because I think I chose the wrong dialogue option in that conflict, because, well, if you want to see that, you can go back and look at that last episode. The way that I reasoned it out, I think was not just not the right way. So my bad, and now someone's dead. So holy crap, there's a lot of freaking dudes out here. I am not a fan of this situation. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes out here. We can unbalance them, making them easier to hit. I guess this tree or this little shrubbery here gives you partial cover. That's interesting. Let's just go for the regular shot there because we had enough chance to do it. I don't like the I really don't like the setup that we have here. It's just really very poor. You know, I'm wondering if I should just kind of, you know, forego the ability to attack this round with Blitz and Glory and just try to get into these flanking positions so I can be all around these guys. I think that's what I might end up doing. Because this is going to get nasty really quick. I mean, I guess if he get back here, this would be full cover. He could engage these guys. At least possibly. Still having to use 2 action points to get there. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him in. I might regret this. Oh, our friends are helping. That's awesome. That is awesome. I thought we were on this, in this by ourselves. That's gonna make this a lot better. Looks like Blitz is gonna be flanked now, though, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm definitely going to want to move him. Now Glory's got a flank shot on this guy. And Blave, I'm just gonna try to light this guy up. Nice, doing some good damage to these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and haste Glory here. I am a little worried about this guy right here. Especially now that his aim just got buffed. I think he's got a shotgun, I'm not sure. Which could be pretty devastating at that range. No, he doesn't have a shotgun. Well, Blave can bring him out of cover with the full auto again, which might be the way to go here. Okay, well, that certainly worked. That got the job done. Dietrich. Oh man, see, that would have made him easier to hit there. And let's just go and start whittling this guy down. With our reinforcements out here, I think this battle is going to be quite a bit better than I thought it was going to be. This is going pretty well so far. Man, he can't hit him. There we go. Makes him a little easier to hit there. Tough break. I mean, we're in a position right now where we can just, I think we can just whittle him down, and I think we'll be in good shape. That works. I'm gonna go ahead and reload before we move in here, because I've got, most of my guys are pretty low on ammo, so I think that that's gonna be the most prudent thing I can do. Alright, let's see, if I can move in just one and reload, that would be probably the most ideal. Oh, that guy's bad guy. Can Dietrich see him? He can. He's only got a 53 to hit him. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit him with the, actually, can he? Excellent. Because if I can get hasted, then I can reload and take a full auto shot at him, which could do some serious damage to him when he's flanked. They don't like that very much, usually. They typically don't respond too well to that. I love haste. That is a really awesome ability. Of course, the drugs, I think, the drugs can do pretty good stuff too. I haven't really experimented with them too much, or at all. Oh, we got another bad guy right here. Oh man, that really rocked his world. Alright, Blave. Let's get in here. Blitz needs help. Oh man, that wrecked him. That was a freaking good, good heal right there. That healed every bit of damage that he just took. That was really solid. I'm gonna bring in Glory here and then reload for her. And let's go ahead and bring in Dietrich. I think he'll be fine standing here. Hopefully, I don't see where the bad guys are. Now, I think I mentioned it in the last one. Oh, there's a bad guy over here. I don't know how to get Overwatch with my party. So I've got Overwatch with Blave now. I picked that up the last time he picked up some levels. And just ruined him. 2 attacks with less chance for a critical may hit adjacent. Yeah, he's toast. Are we still not done with him? I wonder where they are. Actually, hold on a second. I want to go ahead and full auto Overwatch in that direction. I haven't actually used that ability yet, so I'm gonna be interested to see how well it works. And I'm just gonna move Dietrich back here and kind of hang on to him. Nice. Got an achievement, don't conserve ammo. And we got the optional objective, keep Max alive. I wonder if we can talk to him. It looks like he's the only one of his group that has survived that. That's pretty intense. Maxim looks up at the sound of your approach. If he's surprised to see you, he doesn't show it. Crazy night, huh? He pulls a flask from his jacket pocket and takes a long swig, then looks you in the eye. I hope that this was worth the trouble. Any luck finding our money in there? Nope, I don't think they ever had it to begin with. But I guarantee you that they'll think pretty hard before crossing smugglers again. They paid all right in blood. No money, but there are a few less racists in the world. All in all, I think that we can call this one a win. They paid all right in blood. I like that. Definitely want to go with one of these two. I'm gonna go with this one. He nods. I can live with that. Well, I guess he didn't have much else to say there. And so I guess presumably I think we accomplished our mission, so I guess we're gonna get our 22,000 Nuyen. He's dead. My nephew. My fucking blood. You did what you could. We need to get out of here. Sorry, man, but your friend is right. We've got to get the hell out of here now. Dietrich looks up at Maxim. He turns his attention to you. Yeah, boss. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. I thought he'd be more upset with me because at the time, if you didn't, or if you watched that video, or if you didn't watch that video, he seemed pretty upset with me in how I handled that situation. Now, you know, I tried to think that situation out, you know, honestly, in how I thought, you know, really how I thought I could convince him as best I could, but when you're given those choices, when you're given, 3 choices, it's kind of hard to determine, with really limited information that you know about a character, if you haven't really interacted with them very much, it's kind of difficult to tell exactly how they're going to react to anything in particular. So, I did the best I could. I was really trying. I wanted to save them. So, it was too bad. Yep, head to the Croyd's Bazaar. Oh, man. The U-Bahn ride home feels especially comforting today. The Berlin chapter of the Humanis Policlub has suffered a terrible blow, and you're the one who dealt it. Volker Stahl's plan to incite a wave of bloody violence across Berlin has been derailed. It isn't often that a Shadowrunner gets to prevent an atrocity on the job. Notify Samuel of the Humanis plot. Talk to Amsel. Optional, return the data to Schock Wellenreiter payphone. Raise 50,000 to pay Alice. Your PDA rings and the face of your fixer Paul Amsel appears on the screen. Blave, I have new information to discuss about the estate. Please come as soon as you can. Will do. Now, in order to get back to that payphone, that was actually at the place that we traveled to en route to that mission, so I don't know how to get back there, honestly. Maybe I can take it to any payphone. I'll have to check. In fact, let me go ahead and see if I can find a payphone. So I think there might be one around here. Let me see if that works. Karma gained 1. The machine accepts... Oh, we got 500 Nuyen. The data uploaded. A few moments later, a certified cred stick spat out of the coin slot. The phone's old LCD readout display the text: freedom, equality, information, Schock Wellenreiter. So we got a karma, and that was karma and some credits. So that's pretty cool. I mean, considering that was pretty much something that we did while we were taking care of our other mission. That's pretty cool. All right, let's talk to Samuel, and I hope that he holds up his end of the bargain here. He seemed like an honorable man. Hello again, mein Freund. What can I do for you? I've uncovered what Humanis is up to. You'll find the details on this datapad. Beckenbauer eyes the plans on the datapad, then nods grimly. This fits with Humanis' established pattern of behavior, horrific and vile. According to this data plan, Humanis compounds all over Berlin have received similar shipments. They are planning to deploy the gas tomorrow morning. He exhales sharply, then nods again. I have a feeling that the Flux State will have a thing or two to say about that. Stahl has overstepped his bounds. His hubris will be his undoing. Actually, I was his undoing. Volker Stahl is no longer among the living. That is excellent news. I am not ashamed to say that I wish the man dead. He deserved whatever you did to him. Well, I gave him a volley of rounds from my assault rifle to the back as he was running away from the battle. So, it wasn't particularly creative or anything like that. It was just the best I could do in the given situation. And now, I'm going to see to it that the rest of his twisted organization suffers in the same way that he did. You mark my words, within the next few hours, the Humanis Policlub is going to take a hammering that will make the Night of Rage look like a peace rally. I owe you a great deal, Blave. We all do. I will wire your payment to the account number that Amsel provided. Pleasure doing business with you. Notify Samuel of the Humanis plot. Okay. Apologies for the fairly frequent throat clearing, and I've had to take several drinks of water. I was hoping that it wouldn't be too bad today, but man, my throat's just been bothering me a little bit today, and usually I try to avoid having to do that too much during recording, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So one thing that I definitely am gonna have to do is I'm gonna need to bring more medical supplies, like my party, just as like a kind of a security precaution. I mean, we got through that, but there were some times where it would have just been nice if everyone was carrying a little bit more medical supplies. So in the next mission, everyone's going to be carrying some more. That's for darn sure. That is for darn sure. Herr Amsel, watch DVDs. I don't think we have any more DVDs. Blave, welcome back. I have news for you. In your absence, I've been looking into the Harfold Manor. Whatever Feuerschwinge... Actually, there were some other DVDs that we recovered, but they were all messed up. And, the dwarf out there was going to try to repair them for us. So, potentially we'll be able to watch some more in the future. Whatever Feuerschwinge is up to, it is both large-scale and well-funded. I've uncovered a money trail leading from holding companies all over the world to an offshore fund with a dummy address. From there, all of the freshly laundered money flows directly into the Harfeld estate. Wait a second. Why would a dragon have investors? That doesn't make sense. That isn't good. How much money are we talking about here? I'm gonna go with the first one, even though I kind of want to know how much money we're talking about. It's doubtful that the Firewings pawns even know where their money is going. This is typical of draconic plots. Uncover a stream of money flowing behind the scenes, and there's a fair chance that you'll find a dragon at the receiving end of it. To a dragon, conspiracy is second nature. But Feuerschwinge is different. She didn't scheme or plot, she acted. Alright, so the dragon has money. This isn't exactly new information. The Harfold Manor reeked of wealth. Yes, and look where it got here. When the Firewing launched her attack on humanity, it was an act of hubris. She lashed out because she didn't consider our species to be a threat. It would be equally hubristic for us to assume that she will make the same mistake twice. I will continue digging into this while you and the team tackle your next run. With luck, I will have more information to share upon your return. Sounds good, Paul. One last thing, Blave. Malit was able to restore the readable surface of one of Green Winter's DVDs. If you'd like to take a look, you'll find it sitting beside the player. Just one of them? She's still working on the others. Many of them are extensively damaged, and getting anything off them is proving to be quite a chore. She has told me that she'll be in touch if and when she makes any headway. Alright, we'll take a look at that here in a second. Now, unfortunately, if you did watch the my previous couple of videos, when I first started playing this after the very long hiatus that I'd had, I think I started playing this in September of last year, and then I had stopped playing it for a really long time, and I think I talked about that in the first video back. I wasn't actually recording video, so there was a massive chunk of dialogue and story that is unfortunately missing from this series now, where we watched the first Green Winters DVD. So I did talk a little bit about the content of that DVD in the first video since I came back. So if you wanna find out what that content was, then you can go back and look at that. But might as well take a look at this one too. Load the DVD labeled "Watch Me." Wait, load the second DVD. Hang on. So that would have been I guess that's the first DVD? Software of spinning DVD is punctuated by an occasional rattling sound. The scratched LCD comes to life. Okay. The Green Winters appears, the timestamp of the video reads 2054 11/11. Alright, as I said in my last recording, I've been having trouble finding hard facts on Vorschwinge, so I thought I'd open things up a bit. Let's see what the rumor mill has to say. The screen jumps and Winters reappears in a different location. He is now clutching a mug of soy calf in both hands, and there are bags under his eyes. Well, that was enlightening, assuming that any of it was true, that is. So for the past 5 hours I've been poking around some of the crazier fringe theories related to dragons and the Socks. As a reminder, the Socks is an irradiated wasteland between France and Germany. It got zoned off back in 2008 after the Cattenom GAU reactor meltdown. Anyway, there are all kinds of rumors floating around about that place. I've heard stories about a walled city in there that operates on a survival of the fittest, kill or be killed basis. Sort of like a nightmare inversion of Berlin. All of the anarchy, but none of the stability of the F-state provides, or that the F-state provides, excuse me. The radiation poisoning, cancer, and mana pollution are just the icing on the cake. So, when Adrian helped the Luftwaffe shoot Vorschwinge down, she crashed into the SOX. That much is well known. What isn't as well known are all of the modern-day myths that have arisen about her since. And tonight, I've heard an earful. I chatted up a girl who claimed to be a ghost rat. That's a smuggler that operates in the SOX. She told me about a dragon cult called the Disciples of the Cleaning Fire. Apparently, these cultists worship some sort of radioactive ghost dragon. Could be Vorschwinge, or it could be nothing, but it's worth digging into all the same. Another thing that my little ghost rat told me, the popular rumor in the SOX is that Vorschwinge's astral form was, I guess you'd say, mutated by all of that background radiation. Some of the glowpunks out there say that she's shed her body like an old coat. Others say that she's trapped, doomed to languish as an intangible radioactive ghost. I don't know how much credence to give to any of this, after all. I don't have any proof that my ghost rat is even a ghost rat. She might be, but then she could also be a run-of-the-mill glowpunk. Or maybe she's just yanking my chain. And she's never been into the SOX at all. Who knows? Well, it's food for thought anyway. I don't know whether the thought of some radioactive ghost dragon thing is any scarier than a genuine dragon is, but it's interesting all the same. Now the big question is, will any of this get me any closer to finding Adrian? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, but you never can tell. Winters leans forward and presses something off screen. The display goes black. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. Let's go for track 2. The timestamp is 2054-11-12. Alright, let's continue thinking outside the box. After the Dragonfall, the great dragon Kaltenstein came flying into the SOX to rescue the Firewing, but he was driven off, some say killed, by Lofweir and Nebelhair. So, what if there's another dragon involved in all of this? Winter grabs a thick leather-bound tome from the shelf behind him, licks a finger, and begins to leaf through it. Alright, so let's run down the list of major dragons that could be helping her. First, there's the Golden Worm, Lofweir, the CEO of Seder Krupp, and quite possibly the single most dangerous being on Earth. Lofweir's a local boy, so he'd be in a position to help Feuerschwinge. He certainly has the financial capability to help her. He could send a small army into the SOX if he wanted to. So he's definitely got the means, but I can't see how he'd have the motive. He actively prevented the Firewing's rescue back in 2012, after all. Same thing is true for Nebelhair, so let's scratch the both of them off the list. He flips a page, frowning. We've got Aiden, the great Sarush. He's operating out of Turkey. By all accounts, he's not a fan of Lofweir. They're actively competing for territory in the Middle East. So I suppose that could be considered motive. Reviving the Firewing might cause problems for the Golden Worm. But would he risk war with Seder Krupp by straying into Lofweir's territory? Again, I don't think it's likely. He turns another page. There's Seladir out of Wales. He's pretty heavily invested in Transis Neuronet. So he's got the money, but he's too busy dealing with the BTL killer scandal that Transis is going through out of London to get his claws dirty in the SOX. Flip. Dunkelzahn out in the UCOS. He pauses, shakes his head. Then he slams the tome shut. No, this is a waste of time. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am. The Firewing is acting alone. Dragons don't cooperate unless they absolutely have to. After all, why bother making nice with your equals when you got an entire planet full of pawns at your disposal? They don't need to work together. They have us to exploit. Winters leans forward and presses something. Okay, turns it off. So Winters thinks the dragon is acting alone. The screen fills with meaningless stream of text. What the heck? I hope I don't need to remember this for some reason, like if it's a password or something like that. Because, yeah, that would be kind of bonkers. This file is partially garbled. You can recognize a few words here and there, but they are interspersed amidst a solid block of corrupted text. Beauclair and still my Nice still searching for Firewing. Swear to Aslian I will find if it's the last. Not getting any close. Swear to Ash. New research. Turning up. Don't know why. Huh. The screen goes black, and the same digital chime that you heard on the Dragonfall DVD plays again. Crackle static fills with air, followed by a few moments later, the display goes live. Beauclair looks haggard. His eyes are heavily bagged and bloodshot. and his hair is mussed. He holds a cigarette in an unsteady hand. Hermie, it's me. I can't sleep. I don't know where you are. Out having fun, no doubt. Maybe flirting with one of the unattainable beauties that you're always chasing. He tries on a smile, but it quickly disappears. He takes a drag on his cigarette. That's good. I want you to live a pleasant, normal life. After all, one of us should. Eau Claire rubs his eyes. I can still smell the smoke, Hermie. It's almost a year later, and I can still taste the stench of burning corpses. When I sleep, I can hear the sirens and the screams. There is no sound in this world as horrible as a burn victim's screams. The doctors would call this PTSD, I'm sure. They have me in therapy, maybe dose me up on SSRIs, like they do to our veteran soldiers. He chuckles, then takes another drag. Quite a story for the tabloids. The great dragon slayer Adrian Vauclair, mentally incapable of wrestling with his own demons. He shakes his head. No therapy for me, and certainly no medication. I have a reputation to live up to, however poorly deserved it is, and however little I want it. He pauses, stubs out his cigarette. The dragon is still alive, Hermie. Of that I am certain. One day I will find her, and then, perhaps, I'll be able to sleep through the night. The display goes black, and the background whine fades away. A moment later, you find yourself deposited back at the menu screen. I think that this one was the... Yeah, this is the first one. I summed this one up. I summed that one up in the other video. And if you really do need to see it, then you go ahead and leave a comment and I can go through it. I guess I can go through it again. But that'd be an awful lot of reading for right now. So let's go ahead and see here. So I guess we did have another mission opportunity before. Claim payment for the Humanis data steal. Wait, what? Oh, you submit the job as finished and await your client's response. A moment later, a message pops onto the screen. Here's your payment as promised. A moment later, a second message pops in your inbox, your payment details. Payment from your client, $22,000. Deductions for crew salaries, $6,000. Ammunition and resupply costs, $1,500. Automatic deductions for Alice funds, $11,200. Remainder sent to Blave's account. Oh, okay, I get it. So, the Alice fund is only... So we only sent $11,200 to that. So I thought that we were just gonna have whatever my account was going to be, whenever my account reached 50,000 was when we were going to pay it. But that's kind of an interesting way to do that. So we could once again do the pharma cleanup job. That was the corporate warfare kind of assassination job for 15K, and it looks like this prototype extraction. So I'm imagining that that's espionage. But I think the first thing that I want to do, we did pick up a few medical kits in the last in the actual last mission. But what I would like to do is a couple of things. First of all, did anyone actually level up in that? Doesn't look like anyone did. That's too bad. I have evidently 14 karma points. So I will mess with this in between this video and the next. And you know what? I'll do my shopping in between this video and the next. But what we'll do is we'll pick one of those jobs. But other than that, I think that's a pretty good place to take a break for this one. So if you like this video, then go ahead and drop it a like, and if you liked it a lot and you want to see the rest of this playthrough and you are not already subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe as well if you are so inclined. But regardless, as always, thanks for watching, and we're going to pick up right here next time.